Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to Global Happenings Today YouTube channel. Ever since the final written address made by Bola Ahmed Tinubu's legal team was made public, there have been general reactions by Nigerians, and put up on the list is Peter Obi's legal team reacting to some of the issues they have mentioned, which Nigerians are not letting it to slide. And of course, they've mentioned their next line of action. But before we go to the newspaper to find out exactly how this will play out, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it. You see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, the Labour Party has reacted to the warning by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his legal team to the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal that had a sitting in Abuja. Report has it that Tinubu, through his counsel, allegedly told tribunal that nullifying the election that brought him to power on account of the 25% of lawful votes cast in Federal Capital Territory could lead to chaos. Reacting to the statement, the acting National Publicity Secretary of the party, Obiora Ifo, said that the statement was unnecessary and could be construed as interference with the duties and responsibilities of the judiciary. The party said that the law is the law and that if the constitution has stated that a presidential candidate must score at least 25% in FCT before he can be declared, then anything short of that cannot be remedied. Now, the Labour Party also recalled a recent statement by APC-led administration in which it warned that the unnecessary illegal orders used to truncate or abridge democracy will no longer be tolerated. The party said it sees this as a call on the APC's armies to return to the trenches and unleash terror on its supporters. The Labour Party said that if there were no absurdity, chaos and anarchy when APC forces were into power, Nigeria will still witness peace when it is eventually evicted from power. He said, and I quote, "The Labour Party has taken note of the news making the round purported from the leader of the All Progressive Congress, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, where he allegedly warned the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal that interpreting the law as provided for in the Constitution on the 25% of lawful votes cast in the Federal Capital Territory FCT Abuja could lead to absurdity, chaos, anarchy, and alteration of the very intention of the legislature. We are worried that the statement, which formed part of his submissions and was contained in its final written address against the Labour Party's petition pending at the PEPT and meant to be in the exclusive custody of the court, was leaked to the media. We still do not know the reason behind this act of desperation, even when the matter is still pending in court. We will, however, be careful not to term the action as sub judice. Having said that, the Labour Party thinks that the statement was unnecessary since the matter is already before the court, and going ahead to pontificate on it could be construed as interference in the judiciary, in the duties and responsibilities of the judiciary. The truth of the matter is that there is no sentiment when it comes to the matter of law. The law is the law, and once the law has stipulated the manner and how a matter must be carried out, it must follow that pattern. If the law has stated the requirements that the presidential candidate must meet before he can be declared, there is no shortcut to it. Therefore, if the Constitution, which is the ground norm, Therefore, if the Constitution, which is the ground norm of the law in Nigeria, has stated clearly that you must score at least 25% in FCT before the president can be declared, anything short of that cannot remedy it. It is on this note that we request that caution must be applied by the camp of the APC in a subtle but very clear pressure believed is being mounted on the judiciary to see the development from its lens. We insist that no amount of threat from the APC on the judges in the tribunal can change the processes and requirements, and that the law has put it in place. It must be followed, and that is the position of the Labour Party. We recall very clearly a mild but stern threat during the Democracy Day speech made by the APC-led administration, where it stated emphatically that it has become imperative to state here that the unnecessary illegal orders used to truncate or abridge democracy will no longer be tolerated. We also noted that the warning appeared threatening enough as it sounded more totalitarian, but today we are confronted with a sterner approach to whipping the judiciary into a pathway. A development, if allowed unchallenged, will spell doom for the nation. We see in that statement a call on the armies of APC to awaken to their sworn vow to return to the trenches, just the way they unleashed terror on our supporters during the February election. The same thugs that perpetrated absurdity, chaos, and anarchy, and who were used to alter the will of the Nigerians, are still very present and willing to do the will of their paymasters. Let me assure the APC and their leaders that if there were no absurdity, chaos, and anarchy when they forced their way into power, Nigeria will still witness peace when they are eventually evicted from the power. Of course, many Nigerians have been reacting to this quite a very lengthy one. Let's just, in no particular order, feel the pulse of Nigerians. This one here says, so now the constitution must be abandoned so that he can be president. This is serious. Another person here says, he didn't win the election and must leave, but let's choose our languages. Another person here says, imagine when the argument no will hold water again, then they talk anarchy. They don't know about anarchy before they rig the election. Nigerians are really talking. Another person here says, why are Labour Party people always misinforming the public and unnecessarily overheating the polity? Another person here says, this man is threatening millions of Nigerians. I pray for him. Another person here says, well, good one from the Labour Party, and I love the attitude of the expression in the article, very matured. Another person here says, well, Jaga bandits cannot impose himself on Nigerians. Alright, but many Nigerians have been reacting best known to. One thing is indeed certain, that each and every Nigerian will definitely react to what is going on. This is Nigeria, and Nigeria belongs to all Nigerians, both living in Nigeria and in diaspora. Such statement, maybe it's on technicalities. I'm talking about the legal issue, but then Nigerians have always been pleading that whatever judgment shouldn't be based on the technicalities, but you should look at the situation in Nigeria and use that as a yardstick for the future of Nigeria. Depends on the judiciary right now, of course. With that in mind, and with that statement being made, some persons said that they were actually quoting the legal team out of contest. Be that as it may, quoted out of context or not, such statement would, if you ask me personally, it doesn't sound too right. But then again, they have their reasons. And legal luminaries are talking. Labour Party is also saying they shouldn't put any pressure on the judiciary. They should allow them free rein. That is why, these are one of the reasons why you see the likes of Bishop Den and the likes of top prominent Nigerians insisting that nobody should be sworn in till this whole process is over, so that there will not be undue influence from any quarter to pressure the judiciary from doing anything contrary to dispensing justice. That's going to wrap it up. Let's put in our comment section. Also, have a nice time. God bless you.